Good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Crump, could you state your name for the record, please?
Good morning, Christopher Wickman on behalf of Mr. Mike Nichols. My IP number is 75395. Mr. Nichols is 59391. Good morning.
Good morning. Mr. Crump, I need you to state your name for the record.
I'm Khary Crump Jr.
Okay. So is it okay with you, Mr. Crump, if the court uses the email that you that your attorneys provided to us?
I was planning on creating a more professional email.
Okay. I'll just tell you right now, lots of people have emails way worse than yours. So you do that if you want to, but you don't need to do that for the court. If you do create a new email and that's the one you'd like the court to use, you need to make sure that we have that. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. This is State of Michigan versus Khary Crump. Do we have a case number? Yes. 22F55683. I have received the appearance from Nichols Law Firm. Mr. Wickham, you may proceed when you're ready. Wickman, sorry. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. We would waive formal reading of the charges. We have reviewed the charge as well as the maximum possible penalty with my client. With regards to bond and bond condition, the court cannot deny bond. So there is the predisposition towards a personal reconnaissance bond in this matter. We would ask for a personal reconnaissance bond with a no contact provision with the complainant. My client has no prior violent history or a felony history. He obviously is turning himself in voluntarily as soon as he has been able to do so. He has been cooperative and made a statement with law enforcement. There's no history of mental illness, substance abuse, addiction, or anything like that. He does have family members in the state of Michigan who are supportive of him, and he has been in contact with his lawyers on a daily basis since this incident occurred. So he is retained an attorney. He is facing everything up front, and we would just ask this court to order a personal reconnaissance bond with conditions necessary to protect the public and to make sure he comes back to court. Thank you.
Hey, thank you. Ms. Reiser, something you wanted to put on the record?
Patricia Reiser on behalf of the people. Your Honor, I did make written bond recommendations. I don't disagree with what defense counsel has said necessarily, but I would like an unsecured bond. I think that that is appropriate given the nature of the charges, and then all standard bond conditions.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so Mr. Crump, bond essentially has two components to it. One is whether the defendant is a flight risk. Your lawyer has testified about your cooperation and your pursuit of an arraignment following these events. I don't think flight risk is an issue. And then the second part of bond is whether or not a person is a danger to the community. The only thing that would indicate any kind of danger to the community would be the nature of this particular charge. And so I will give you a personal recognizance bond with some pretrial release conditions that are intended to minimize any ongoing danger that the community may suffer. So the first condition is that you are not to purchase or possess any firearms, weapons, or ammunition. The second condition, you are not to use or possess alcohol, marijuana, or any illegal drugs. You are not to have any contact with the alleged victim, Gemmin Green. You are not to have any contact with the co-defendant, Jacoby Windman. And I believe that there is another alleged victim that is not part of your case, but is part of the incident. A Jaden McBurrows, you're not to have contact with that person either. What no contact means is that you are not to reach out to any of these people and initiate contact with them. We'll talk about Mr. Windman because there may be other reasons that the two of you need to have contact. We'll come back to that. You're not to reply if they contact you. You're not to use social media or any face-to-face communication application to have contact with them. You are not to have a third party deliver a message to any of these people from you. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes, ma'am.
So are you and Mr. Winman on the football team together?
Yes, ma'am.
And right now, are you still, I'm sorry, I know football's a big deal to some of the people on this call. I'm not a football follower. Are you still in your season? You're not playing right
No,
now.
ma'am.
Okay. So, and are you not practicing also?
No, ma'am.
All right,
No.
so,
Magistrate, if I could clarify, is my understanding in speaking with Mr. Nichols that currently my client and Mr. Winman are both using the same workout facilities and things like that? He's not practicing with the team. He is not playing with the team. But that would be my one concern, is if they use the same workout facilities, just kind of tailoring the court's intent to that situation. Thank you.
when you, well, what does that mean? I mean, are they working out together? Are they there at the same time? I mean, it seems like if they're just using the facility, they could not be there at the same time. Is that right?
Yes,
Is that
ma'am.
correct, Mr. Crump?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so if I order you not to have contact with Mr. Winman, and you go to the gym and he's there, you'll be able to leave and come back at a different time. Or use a part of the gym that he's not in. That would be okay too.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. What we really are trying to avoid here is the two of you having a conversation about what happened. Okay. All right. Do not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court. I know you're actually from California. When are you planning on going back?
I was thinking for Christmas break.
Okay, so you'll be in court again before then, and if that's what you're gonna do, that can be addressed at that time. No criminal behavior while you're on bond. Okay, I think that's it. Any questions about your bond conditions, Mr. Crump?
No, ma'am.
All right, the court date will be on, are we scheduled on the 8th?
The 8th is the current scheduled date.
Okay, so Mr. Wickman, the next available date is December 8th. That's approximately 9 a.m. over Zoom. If you do not want that date, then you would have to do, your client would need to execute a waiver. We can do it orally and schedule it on the 15th or the 22nd.
Thank you, Your Honor. Let me take a look briefly at Mr. Nichols' calendar. One moment. He's currently scheduled for a trial, but I don't believe that trial is going to run. So I think that should be fine.
Keep it on the 8th.
Correct. Yes, thank you.
Okay, probable cause conference, December 8th, approximately 9 a.m. over Zoom. So we're going to use the email that we have on file, Mr. Crump. If you want to change that, you need to get that to the court.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, anything else on this matter?
Nothing further. Thank you very much, Magistrate. You have a wonderful day.
All right, thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Your Honor.